Welcome back everyone, I'm Jewel, and today we're in the Giants editor again, and I'm going to show you how to export this shed from this map. This is another person's map, a friend of mine's, and I'm going to put it in my map for my main farm. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've already clicked on it, and so you need to highlight it in the scene graph, and if it's make sure it's completely highlighted, the whole thing up at the top, so that gets all of the shed, and it's got all the triggers, as you can see, these little boxes and everything. Alright, so you're going to hit File, Export Selection with Files. Now you need to click on Documents, My Games, FS19, Mods, Jules Peaceful Valley, Maps. I'm going to put it in the Placeables folder. And of course I've already put it in here, but I had to delete it because I showed it on a different episode, and this is me trying to get it back in the map. So I showed you how to do it and make it work on another episode, but now it's time for me to put it where I want it. I was just showing you how to do it in that episode, but now I'm putting it on the map in the spot I want it. Alright, so it's already in here, and so in that case I don't have to do anything to this. But what you would do, since if yours wouldn't be in here, you would pick the shed you want that has doors that work from another map, and you would go through the same path, documents, my games, farm sim 19, mods, the map name that you pick that you're working on, maps, and in my case it's under placeables. And you would, right here under placeables, you could make another folder here, and you would title that folder whatever this building is, or whatever it has to do with it. So FS19 underscore, don't put spaces, you need to put an underscore for your space in between words and numbers, and then fill it out whatever you want it called. And how you would do that is you just make a new folder, and you would write it out like whatever you wanted to call it, which I'm not going to do because I already have it. And then in this case I'm just going to delete that folder since I don't need it. Alright, and once you've titled the folder, you would open that folder, and then you would click on file name, and you would write what you have over here in the name box where it says transform. It says name, and then it's got 72 by 160 tan shed. You need to type it out in this file name area just like that. Then you would hit save. Okay, then it would save it just like this. Okay, so I'm not going to do it since I already have it here. Okay, so now I'm going to hit cancel, but you would hit save. You would type that name out and hit save. So now I'm going to go to my map, and I want to put it right here. On the last episode, yes, I deleted the house, and why is it back? Because I put it back for a minute because I want to explain something to you. But first I'm going to go ahead and import my shed and put it on the map. Alright, so I'm going to hit File, Import. That's what you would do after you did the other. And you would go through the process: documents, my games, farm sim 19, mods, Jules Peaceful Valley, or whatever the name of your map is, maps, placeables, the shed one, and then the shed. You'd click on the i3D file. So then you would hit open. It'll put it at the bottom of your list. You're going to hit Control B as in boy, and then left click where you want the building, approximately. I'm going to move it, so now I'm going to slide it back, slide it over. Okay, let me come over here a little bit more. Let me see what the back side looks like. So we have one door there and 3 in the front, and then we got one over here on the side. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna rotate it like this and slide it back just a little, Not too far, because I gotta have room to get out right here, see? So we don't want to go too far back. Let me look at it. I don't want it that close to the house. Scoot it over. Rotate it a little more. Come back a little further. Alright. And then if we were driving along, say, and this road may not be here, it's just, this was temporary stuff, so that may not be there, but you could come in and go right there, you could come around and go there, you could come up the back side, we'll smooth all that out, and you could drive up here, cut in there. I can always make this flat if I need to make it wider, but it looks like there's enough room where I could come and drive in, and enough room between the house and the shed to not be too close. And then of course I can go in the front of all these. So I don't know if I like that angle too much. Let's turn it a little bit. Seems a little strange with it having it let me see. That'll work. Alright, so what I didn't tell you in the last episode that I should have mentioned, which was our first episode, this should be the second episode as far as us actually starting to work on the map and progress along. I did a little work, obviously, you can see different things, but this is us getting going so we can get started building. Okay, so what I didn't show you is you need to mark off the house area with some sort of something, whether it be cement, paint it, something. So you could do it whatever you want, just enough to know where that is, and after you delete the house. So you could put dirt, you could put whatever you want really, as long as you could see it. We could do concrete and then change the brush to square. Alright, so I'm gonna put concrete. I'm gonna actually put concrete under the house is what I'm trying to say, so we know that the house is here on the map. Once I delete it, then I'm gonna see the concrete and I'm gonna know, oh, that's where the house is. See, and the reason you need to do that is so you won't build things where you already put the XML file coordinates, because then you're going to be putting something where your house is. So anyway, so let's go ahead and we're going to make cement around the house just like so. Obviously I'm going to make it more than that. I'm just giving the basis of what you would do. Alright, and now let's go ahead and decide how much cement we want, because obviously we would have cement there because we want it to be nice, you know. So I'm gonna say that they cemented quite a bit. They like cement, so they did a lot. So let's go out a little further. Alright, let's say that's how far they went out. All this is subject to change if we don't like it. Alright, I gotta make my turn that off, then back out. Alright, I gotta fix it. Okay. Basically, you would have to turn that to rough grass to fix that, if it did that to you. And then you just gotta keep working at it till you get it right. See? Alright. So let's go back to cement or concrete, whatever, and make us a... We're going to make it wider is what I want to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, let's move it where we can see a slight bit more. Alright, put it back on the paint texture detail. And we're going to have it where we got a road coming behind the house. Right here. Just have us a nice little area. can square this up a little. Alright. That's fine because we're going to have a path coming out of it as well. Or we could do gravel, whichever we choose. I may do dirt path or a road, I don't know. Hadn't decided yet, but we're going to try to make it have a little bit of concrete there. Actually, I'm going to go all the way to the wall with this. Or to the ground over there. Just a little bit. And as I said, all this is subject to change if we don't like it. Alright. Let me come on the other side to see this side. Because we need some more over here. Alright. We're going to come along. I can flatten that right there since it didn't quite go the way it needed to go. Alright. I'm going to come up. Gonna go ahead and get this. See, what I'm thinking is, let me back up where I can see. We're gonna have a road here. Have to have some concrete or something, or either that or we'll do gravel, and we may change some of this, but for the meantime I want to be able to distinguish where that house is. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to change it because I don't think we're gonna have that much concrete in a house. They would be like weirdos, I guess. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're not gonna put that much, but we are gonna put some. So let's try to get some over here to this door. Let's do that. Get that going. Alright, that'll be good there. It's not letting me do what I want for some reason. I was trying to, it wasn't smooth enough is why. That's why I was trying to get some here. Alright. There we go. Alright, so this is a little much here, I'm thinking. Well, of course they could pull into the side there. Let me think. I'm gonna back off of that a little bit. That's a little bit much. So let's put it back on the rough grass. Make sure you pick the right one. It's gonna be grass rough. So let's back off of this a little bit. Let's see how that looks. A little bit better. Alright, let me look. We'll back off of the front of this too. It's a little bit steep. A little bit too far. Alright. And let's see. I can smooth all that. We can adjust it a little bit. I ain't gonna fix it all right now, but we can either flatten that some more or we can take some away, either which way. So I think that's enough room. I mean, you're gonna have some concrete area. I mean, because you got these garage doors and stuff. Or we could turn it into gravel if we don't like it, you know. So could also, you could pick the round brush and then curve it here. But the problem with curving it is it doesn't ever do a perfect curve, as you can see. But it makes it not look so hard, you know, like they would maybe just do what they could and then it turned to get around. So you can do that, and then of course we could do this gravel out to a road or whatever we gotta do here. and or we can also just make that dirt. You could make that dirt go into there or whatever you want to do. Alright, so now we need to focus on this, getting this shed working in here. So this is going to be our shed. It's not the best spot to put it, really. Trying to decide if I want to change it any before I finalize it. I think we'll leave it, because we can always move the ground if we don't like it and fix it. So, does it look straight? Let's look up here. It's crooked. See how crooked it is? That's what I wanted to make sure it was turned a little bit. There we go. Back it up a little. Alright. Slide it down a little bit. Alright. Should be pretty straight now. Alright. So once you have it where you want it, and you're satisfied, you're going to get the coordinates. Now also, you need to go on and make the outline like I said. Let's go on and make it, we can make it gravel, whatever, or really anything. Just something to show where it's at. Actually, I should do concrete. Let's do concrete. Concrete. Give it a distinction where these doors are, whatever. Just something so I know not to put stuff here. We can finish it later. I just want to get the basic stuff done. Put something here to distinguish the distance. Put that there. Alright, put this over here. Something to show it goes that far. Go to the back real quick. There we go. Come around, because you're going to have to drive around it, and you got this door here too. So we'll do that. Alright, and you're going to be driving along, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, now we gotta slow down because it gets a little difficult when you don't go slow. And we're almost done. Alright, I guess we'll just go on and do that right there as well. And jump over here. Fix this little spot here. I'll have to use the grass thing again. What we're going to do is come along. We'll just go out a little. Alright. And out we go again. Hopefully I can do it without messing it up again. Good enough for now. Let me turn it where I can see. Alright. We're gonna, and obviously I'm painting under it because that way when we do it, it'll be under it. And I made a boo-boo over there. It's alright. It's okay. Gonna come around here. Alright. We'll leave that. That's good enough for now. And just giving it an idea of where it's at. Alright. And so what we're going to do is set it up where the doors will work. So let's do that. I already have most of it working, so I'm not going to have to do all of it, just have to do the coordinates. So Shift Control C, and then I'm going to jump, well, go ahead and go back through Documents, My Games, FS19, Mods, the map name that you picked, Maps, And in this case, it's going to be under placeables, and it's going to be under the shed for one of them, this one. So you right click on the XML document to the shed and then open it with a Notepad++. You need to make sure that this file name here is going to where you put it at in your folder. In order to do that, you're going to click back on your folder or your file explorer so you can see your path. And you can see it's maps, placeables, and then the name of the shed stuff with the size of the shed, and then the XML folder. So you need to put maps / placeables / the name of that, all of that, exactly the way this is up here. FS19_72 by 160 _workshop, and then capital S shed. So then you do a /, then you do this part, which is actually the I3D, which is this one, and you put it the same way that it says here. So put that exactly the way that I3D one is, and then it's already got the .i3D. Leave it there. Alright, so that's good. And then on the image you need to do that as well. So you're going to put the path the way that it is. And in that case, you're going to have one that says store_tan. Now let me go show you that. Do you see that where it says, let me see. See that right there? It says store_tan DDS. That's what needs to go under this image line. You need to put maps, because that's where your path is, placeables, then this name, and then this name. And you just put it the same way. You write this word out, .dds, and that's what this says. So that's what you put in the image spot, and then you hit save. Alright, since mine's already there, I don't have to do it. So now I'm going to go back to Documents, My Games, FS19 Mods, Jules Peaceful Valley. Then I'm going to go to Default Items. Then I'm going to right click, Edit with Notepad++. This is what I need to change. If you don't have this line in here, you need to copy and paste one of the lines that you do have, and it needs to say all these things. It needs to say item, class name, placeable, file name, a line of information with .xml. Then it needs to say position, bunch of numbers with the quotations and all that, or parentheses, and then you put have the rotation, the default, all that stuff. Okay, so you would copy and paste that line and put it in there. Once you do that, you need to right behind file name and after the parentheses, quotation marks, you're going to put $map dir, dir, mapdir, d as in dog. You're going to put another $, /, you're going to put maps, placeables, FS19_72 by 160. That's if that's what yours says. If you didn't pick that shed, then you're going to put whatever yours was, whatever your path was. If you didn't have a placeables folder, you're going to put what your folder said, what path you put it in. Same with the maps. You should have put it in the map one, though. That one should be right. Alright. So you're going to put the path exactly the way that you have it. So just go back through it if you forgot which one it is, till you get to it, and put the path the way that it is. Once you do that, let me show you right here. You put the .xml one, which is already there in my case. So then you're going to scroll down, make sure you're on the right line, and you're going to you're gonna copy and paste these numbers that we just clicked by. So don't move the shed anymore. If you're done, if you got it where you want it, you're gonna click behind it on the X translate. You're gonna hit Shift Control C. It's gonna copy all three of them numbers. You're gonna go back to the Notepad and make sure you do it on the right line, and you're gonna put it right behind that quotation mark, and then go down. You right click, paste. Puts the numbers in. Now we need to check the rotation. Go back for the rotation, and we need to put it right behind the rotation X, rotate X one, and you're going to hit Shift Control and C. It's going to get all three of those numbers right there. Go back to the Notepad++ thing. It's going to be where you were anyway, so it's fine. You're going to highlight it right after the quotation, and then you're going to highlight these three zeros, and then right click, paste. Put your numbers in. You're going to hit save. So now you're done with that. You've got it all in there. You fixed all that. You've got this part here. Okay. You don't have to put the name of your map in there. It's already reading it. So now you're going to go to the mod desk. So go back to Documents, My Games, FS19, Mods, your name of your map. Left click on Mod Desk, right click on it, edit with Notepad++. If you don't already have one of these store item lines or any of them, you need them. Get them from another map and make sure they say store item root node equals, of course, quotation mark, placeable quotation XML file equals quotation maps / sheds / any one of these lines really. Once you get to here, you can write the rest, but you got to have this last little bit there on the end of it. So make sure you copy the whole line and just copy it, paste it in between these store item things. You got to have these, and they need to be down below the maps area. And if you see a 110 section like this, or some people say L10, 110, whatever it is, if you see one, if you're getting one from a different map that has lights and stuff, and then the action, you could copy and paste it in here as well, and it'll help for later when certain buildings have lights and different actions. But that's for another time. But anyway, so as you're doing this, once you put that exactly the way that you have that shed, maps, placeables, the name of that path that you put, which is your shed, / and then the XML file, do that in the mod desk. That way you'll have it in the store. So then you're going to hit save, and you're done. So then you're going to go back to in here, and in our case we're going to have to delete the building. We've already done the coordinates, so everything's good, so it's time to delete it. And so we're going to delete it. It's already highlighted. Delete. Of course I can fix that. I'll go ahead and fix that real quick since I already deleted it. It's concrete. Fix that. Good. Alright, all set. Now we're going to hit save. As soon as it saves, we'll test it in game, and I'll show you that it works. And then I'm going to mention one other thing to you. I might mention it before we go in game. Alright, it already saved. So now I'm going to mention something to you that may be important to the function of this stuff. You need an animated objects. Okay, so you need to find one from another map. You need to copy and paste it. Don't cut it, but copy it. Come to it, click on it, edit Notepad++. This has all kind of information in it you're going to need, and it'll make stuff work in the game, like gates and doors and etc. So you do need the animated objects.xml. So you need to put it, let me go back, put it in the folder of the map. So when you click on your map name, put it in here. Put the XML document right in here. Just right click and then paste it after you've copied it. So you need that in here. Okay? That'll help make things work. If they're not working, you need the animated objects folder. And there are some times where you have to type it in the path, make sure, because some of them says animated map objects, so you have to read it and see. So, but more on that later. So we're gonna go ahead in the game and open up the game and show you that the shed's there and works. All right. Try not to leave anything out for you, just giving you some extra information. Go to your map, start it. Almost done. Alright, start. Alright, there's our house, there's all our cement, and there's our shed. So we run on over to test it. And there's our door, and it works. So see, you just gotta follow the steps and it'll work. Make sure you have an animated, if you did everything I said and nothing was wrong, make sure you have an animated objects folder, and that could be the reason it didn't work. So if it didn't work for some reason. For some reason this door's acting up. Oh, there we go. You gotta hit right on the spot. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong door. Well, this one's not wanting to work. It usually does, so I'll have to test it and see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm hitting the wrong spot. Yeah, they work. I'm just doing something wrong. There we go. Alright. It was too close to that one probably, and I wasn't hitting it right. Yeah, I'm not getting on the... You gotta get right on the spot. Let's open this one. And let's open these. So many doors, so little time. There we go. And I don't know why that one was being a pain. We opened it. There we go. Just gotta hit the right spot. And there we go. All the doors work. It's in our map. We have our concrete. We can drive in, pull in, come up here, drive on up here, and it's all set. We got our little house, got our shed, all set. Looks like that's up off the ground. I might have to settle it a little bit. Oh, I see. They got the little ramp thing. Okay. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. That's going to be it for this episode, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Stay tuned for more map making and tutorials, and I'm going to be building it out and doing fields and so on and so forth. So hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.